All right, welcome back, everybody. We are picking up after a 1 week break with the Civ4 Mansa Musa game. Just win, baby. This is I think it's part 6. In the last session, which was 2 weeks ago, as I'm playing this, obviously, if you're watching the recording, it could have been whenever. But as I'm doing this live right now, 2 weeks ago, we ended up fighting against Montezuma and successfully overran his territory. So we finished right when I had finished conquering the Aztec territory, which should put the overall civilization, should put Mali in really good shape overall. Now we have more territory than anyone else in the game by a pretty wide margin, and it should be enough to overcome the immortal difficulty bonuses. So I have, how many cities do I have now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. I have 19, and I think that Suryavarman has like 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He has 11 with his capital. So I'm about double the size of the larger AI Civ, and Kublai Khan has 2, 4, 6. He has 8 cities. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he only has 8 cities, and I have 19. So our focus definitely has to be going after Kublai next. Let me just double check to make sure they're not plotting war. All right, he's not. Kublai, I don't think is either. All right, no, neither of them are plotting war right now. So we need a little bit of time to reconfigure these new cities that we just picked up, especially the ones coming out of resistance. The other thing we want to do is we want to grab nationalism, military tradition, gunpowder, our next techs. We can pop into nationalism with our spiritual trait and draft a round of muskets out of all our cities. And then we want to whip out another round of cuirassiers plus upgrade our surviving knights into cuirassiers because they're quite a bit stronger. And then the goal will be to run over Kublai Khan because he has like a bajillion wonders in his territory. So his territory is super valuable. Like, look, he's got another shrine, Notre Dame, the Mahabodhi. Oh no, he doesn't have the Mahabodhi. We have apparently conquered this. Sankor, Angkor Wat, the Great Library, Statue of Zeus, that's going to be a pain conquering, but whatever. Colossus, which has not been obsoleted. Chichen Itza, Chichen Itza is going to make conquering annoying as well. Chichen Itza plus Chichen Itza plus the Statue of Zeus is like, ooh, that's not going to be fun. Let's see if we can spot where these are. So there's Angkor Wat, there's Notre Dame. Where does he have Statue of Zeus? I could probably just see it on the menu, couldn't I? He has Mausoleum in his capital. Where does he have Statue of Zeus, though? It doesn't say. I'm just trying to see if I can spot it on the map. I'm sorry if this is tedious. I'm curious where he actually built the thing. So that's his capital. He didn't build it in a coastal city. That wouldn't make sense. It's the border city. Is it this one up here? It's got Stonehenge in here. Got Colossus in here too. The second city. Okay. So it's in Beshbalik, we think? Or is it over? No, where you go left. Okay. Or Old Sarai? Did he build it in here? Oh yeah, it's in Old Sarai. Okay. All right. Well, that just means it's our first target. Fortunately, this is easy to target on the initial turn. So this means the initial target of the war is, we move here, and then immediately hit Old Sarai. Gotcha. That's it. That actually is important, even though it might seem kind of tedious to do that. All right. Anyway, so if we can hit him while he's still on longbows, cuirassiers tear through longbows, something pretty fierce. All right. So let's. Oh, we captured a bazillion workers too. I might end up having to get rid of some of these. How many knights do I actually have left over? I have 12. That's not going to be enough, but we can get some more out. All right. In the meantime, though, the injured knights need to heal. The healthy ones can start heading up there in that direction. Negating Statue of Zeus is a big deal. That wonder is a pain in the butt. All right. So now we've got all these workers, like probably more than we need. to figure out what we want to do in terms of changing things up. So this city needed irrigation. We brought irrigation over here, but I have like a big stack of workers over there. All right, Marvelous again needs food. We've managed to connect the food. Oh, we need culture in here too, don't we? We need to get some missionaries in some of these cities. All right, Akstan will pop its borders soon, and then we'll have this in play. It doesn't. Normally, I would get rid of these plains cottages, but they're already pretty far along. This one is 7 turns from a town, so we'll keep that. It's a little low on food, though, even though it has the pigs resource. I would like to get a farm here if I could for a little bit more food. We can ditch. All right, well, this tile we can ditch as soon as I can shift this to a 4 food neutral tile. And then that'll be okay. So this tile we're not going to work long term. All right, anyway, I'm just trying to think out what I have to do here in terms of workers. I don't think I have to do anything with these workers, so I might just put these all to sleep for right now. I don't want to get rid of them because there's always like railroads to build later on. That crab resource will be nice when the city comes out of resistance, but a lot of green lands for sure. All right, so what was this group doing down here? Did we build a cottage or something? I'd love to farm this tile, but I don't think that this is next to the river. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not next to the river. I could bring irrigation down here from Marvelous, but I don't know that I need that many farms. Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for a lot of these cities to expand their borders. I'll put you to sleep for right now, and then we can wake you up when we need you. All right, so we'll start assembling. Let's assemble our stack in Forest Frontier. Just get it ready up there. Oh, and I did build these. I did build at least one missionary while I was earlier. All right. So, and we should no longer have war weariness here, yeah, because the war is over. All right. So, which cities still need our religion? There's a couple different ways you can do this. All right. So, out of the cities that are missing religion, I think I most want it in probably Marvelous, I guess. Or does bad trade get anything by expanding borders? No. It's that or this city because this one's closest. We'll go here. It's closest. Harder dice roll though because there's already 2 religions in there. All right. Anyway. Road to Old Sarai. Well, I only need to road 1 tile. Oh, we have this. What do we have this settler for? I was like, wait, why did we build this settler again? I cannot remember why we built this settler. Oh, for over here. Thank you, Pest Self, for putting an X down on that tile. That's right, for this. Okay. I was like, why do I need this? Oh, that's why. All right, are all these units healed? Everything except 1 war elephant is healthy. Or is healed up. All right, so we'll keep the crossbow in there. We actually need a defender for down here, just so that this city is not completely exposed. I guess you can come over here and be this defender, I guess. We'll be drafting new units, so that's not a particularly important unit. All right, so actually, no, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, this, and you. All right, everyone's full health except that guy. All right, come on up here to Forest Frontier. You heal for a turn. And you can come on your way too. All right, you guys go here because this is the city where the Great General Medic is to heal. Same thing. I believe our power is actually equal, like right around. Yeah, we're actually like right there where Kubla's power is, and we should be able to go up by a good bit. Yep, it costs very little to keep workers on hand. You never know when you might need them. I will want some on the front lines when I'm fighting fighting the next war. I'll definitely want some on the front lines so I can toss down roads as needed. All right, that's it. So let's take a look at our cities. So Sydney Banks, Sydney Parks, or just Sydney. It's working on a bank. We could whip this, but I'd rather just let the natural production take this out, I think, with bureaucracy. And as soon as that's done, let's get the bank and then maybe missionaries or maybe more military. We probably need more siege units, honestly, because we're going to need them for some of these cities. I'm sure he has castles in every city, which just means we're going to have to chew through defenders. So we'll probably need some more trebs. Sydney Barks, yeah. Oh, I have another missionary over here. That's all right. That's where I'm getting some of my other missionaries from. So I've got one popping out here. I'm in organized religion right now. I want this city to grow onto this tile. So that's fine. Gambit, working on a grocer. Okay, we'll whip that shortly. It needs it for health, if nothing else. Forest Frontier. It's almost ready to get this. We probably will whip something else, though, won't we? Also needs a grocer at some point. But all these cities are going to get hit for drafting shortly in the near future. Okay, so this place we need the aqueducts for health purposes. We're trying to grow the city right now. It doesn't grow very fast, but like we'll want to grow onto this tile and then onto these hill tiles. I want to get up to like size 11 or 12, ideally. Oh, actually, you know what? This is if we just want the city to maximize growth, let's do this. This is better. Obviously, this costs us commerce, but what we're trying to do right now is just grow the city as fast as possible. So let's do this. Get it up to +7 food. Again, try to get it up to like size 11 or 12, and then it just goes back to it's all military. We'll build the harbor as well because we need the health. This is literally just trying to get health in here because it's like half the cost of the grocer. All right, we'll whip that shortly. You're almost out of tiles to work. You will also whip that or something else shortly. Yeah, we're like close to hitting the end of a whipping cycle from before. The bank is a high priority because this is the shrine city. Just another tier. Courthouse. Okay. I could whip this, but let's let this run down for another turn. I think I'd rather have you do this, even though I realize that this gives me the organized religion bonus. I think I still would rather have you work the water tile anyway. Just grow. All right, marvelous. Bad trade is just growed on the +5 food, and now can grow onto cottage tiles. This city we already looked at. How close is it to... Oh, we can whip this to get the mint. We should let the granary food box fill up first, though. Well, actually, no. We're whipping off bad tiles, so this is fine. And the food box fills up faster at smaller sizes. Yes, we just whipped off bad tiles, so that's fine. You also need the mint, so oh, here's where we need more food here. Okay, we need a farm at this city. Title local has no food bonuses, so. Worker squad, where are you? Up here. This tile we need to farm. Irrigation can pass through Gambit. So then that gets us to +2. And then we'll figure it out. I'm reluctant to bulldoze these cottages, but we might have to bulldoze one of them to get to +5, which we need. I think that's it. Glue factory. Oh, don't you have a food bonus somewhere else, glue factory? Yeah, in the second ring. So that's fine. We're just waiting for this to pop borders. It's okay that it's low food at the moment because it'll pop its borders, and that's good. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what you guys are talking about in chat, but as long as you're having a good time, that's what matters. All right, so long first turn because we kind of delayed the end of that last, all that stuff until before. All right, just another deer. Sure, library, that's pretty cheap. Mint, good. Wouldn't mind a barracks so we get XP when we draft out of here, but we'll keep this on econ stuff for right now. All right. Oh, nice, another wonder for us. Put it in the capital. Now, if I had that, I could just, you know, oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do these whips, and then I was going to pop into caste system for a couple turns, so I could pop the borders in these cities with artist specialists. And then, yeah, because I need, yeah, yeah, because I need a couple more turns to finish getting up to nationalism. All right, so we should be able to do this. I think we have enough gold to either finish this or get really close in 4 turns of research. Kind of like this oddly shaped. So yeah, when this comes out of resistance in 2 turns, I'm going to flip into. Well, no, actually, I still have Angry Aztec. I need both of these to come out of resistance. Um, but I could flip in like 2 turns and then pop the borders for like the last couple turns after this comes out of resistance. All right, you were just chilling there while we're waiting for that settler to arrive. You're trying to keep barbs from spawning over there. As for you, my lovely +1 visibility unit, how about you go scout out the interior of what we're likely to face over there down the road? Okay. As for you guys, all right, that I need to be a farm. So that's +2 food. Oh, this is only. Oh man, these are also close to becoming towns, but I really need more food. Oh, here's what I can do. I can grab this tile too. Haha. And now we just need another farm over here, which is fine because we can bulldoze a tile that's not nearly as far along. Yeah, this is 16 turns to village, so even though it hurts to turn this into a farm, we can do it. That way we preserve those near towns down there. And then this city kind of sucks. Actually really sucks, but it can always grow into water tiles and whatever. Oh wait, we already had enough. That was one more farm than I needed. +6 food is usually a little more than you need. Oh well. New city name smells fishy. I'm good with that. I like that suggestion. Okay. So I think that there were a couple things I was getting ready to whip last turn, but I don't think there's anything that gets whipped this turn. And we succeeded in the dice roll, so that's nice. Because that had 2 religions already present. So then the only cities that still need religion are Marvelous, by the way, the zoom out, and Bad Trade. So I guess Marvelous gets it first because it's a much better city between the 2 of them. The capital can turn out 1 more missionary after Venison does this current one. Okay. All right, so you guys, I don't know that I need you to do anything else here at the moment. How about you have fun roading tiles along the border while we're not at work, while we're not at war over there? All right, here's our new city. Smells fishy. Oh, we're gonna need a missionary for this city too, aren't we? All right, late in the game to found an entirely new city, but I mean the terrain's really good, and we don't want this fish resource. We don't want this fish resource to go to waste. So long term, it'll be able to draft and pop out units for us. But for right now, I just need it to grow. Sadly, there's no forest to chop to accelerate that granary. We just have to let the city do its thing for right now. All right, this should be enough to stop any barbarians from spawning. I'll just stand here for 1 turn, and then that's it. All right, over here, I'll hold these guys in the area because I sent the other workers to the north. Let's keep these guys here. Some of these cities are going to come out of resistance, and I might need them to rejigger tile improvements. All right, all these knights, you guys all chill here. Go to sleep. You too. I don't know why you didn't join your fellows knights. All right, so 2 of them are now full health. Don't. This is not suspicious at all, Kublai. We're just moving all these units up to the border, but it's not suspicious. We cool. We cool. All right. Again, a couple of these cities need to be whipped. Not you. I think Gambit. No, Gambit's still. I mean, I certainly could whip there, but Forest Frontier. I think I should whip something else and then overflow finish the courthouse. Let's do the grocer and then we'll overflow finish the courthouse. I can do that next turn. All right, you are still recovering from me being mean to you in the past. You're our heroic epic city, so actually need you to finish the aqueduct so you get out from under that penalty, that health penalty. But no, I still want you to just grow. I still would rather have you keep growing. Growth is what we want here. I think this is the city, one of the ones I was ready to whip. All right, so we whip off the bad tiles, get the grocer done, and I think we just overflow into the bank. All right, so here I don't want to whip the lighthouse. We can do something better. Let's do the market, and then we can overflow into the lighthouse. You do not have enough population. You are still getting past your previous whip duration. I just whipped you. And this I do want to whip. We can see we've got the 17 maintenance per turn. So yeah, I think that that's worth doing. All right, and then these other cities or whatever. Okay. Kind of nice to have some more relaxing turns here for a change after the trouble we had before. All right, so we've got Granary Lighthouse, Mint Courthouse. Pretty basic stuff. Let's just do the library. That's pretty cheap. All right, so here's our spy unit. Let's see what you got on defense here, buddy. Oh, that doesn't look like a very good defense. That doesn't look like a very good defense at all. By the way, we do own the Buddhist shrine, so you know what we'll do with this city? Ivory Graveyard will just turn into our Buddhist spreading place. I'll build a monastery, and then this city's goal will just be to spread religion to make us more money. But obviously, it's in resistance right now, so it's gonna starve. So we can do this. And I wish I had a way to pop the borders, but next turn it'll at least be out of starvation. That is the plan. Spies to drop defenses? I don't think so. I have very little in the way of espionage points. Like, I don't even have enough to drop the defenses of one city, and I would much rather put my commerce into teching as opposed to putting it into espionage points right now. Note that I have fewer EP than my opponents, so it would also be kind of expensive, but yeah. That's true. That's true. I can grab a tile from this city over here to stop it from starving. That is a good idea for sure. At least until the borders expand. All right, so that is not a very good defense. All right, so his main army's up here, but it's still got a lot of Kashyyyks and Knights in it, which are not going to do especially great against what I have. That's not that impressive, I have to say. And it's still mostly longbows. What? Sydney? You're coming down here to say hello? What's going on, buddy? What is it? Did you want some attention? I'm still streaming, Sydney. I'm not done yet. Sid? What? You're a good boy. I'm still streaming though. I'm not done. We have to fight the Mongols. The Mongols. He's a good boy. Hey. You're a good boy. I'm sorry, I'm not done yet. When I'm done, I will take you, okay? Why don't you go back with your mom? He's really antsy. He wants me to take him outside. You're a good boy. Look at that face. Okay. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not done yet. You go back with your mom, okay? I'll see you later. Not right now, bud. Okay. Yeah, he gets very antsy if it gets to a certain time of the day and I have not taken him outside. All right, so this is an inefficient way to build this road, but we're not in a big hurry over there. All right. So over here, where are the food bonuses for Ivory Graveyard? Oh, it's in the second ring? Okay. That's a 5 food tile, so we really don't need to build farms here. We just need the borders to pop, is all we need to do. You bet on Montezuma to win. So yeah, so this worker can just come hang out with these guys. At some point, we probably will need these workers to do something, but for right now, I'll put them to sleep. I don't see any obvious thing I need to do. There's no forest left to chop, unfortunately. I can't like accelerate these cities by chopping stuff. Oh, and there's war elephants here? Okay. These units are pretty outdated at this point, but I mean, they can always like kill defenders that have been collateral, that kind of thing. And our great general scout, Sun Tzu. Okay. Yep, so that army did not look super intimidating. But of course, the defenses are 125%. Certainly would not hurt to get, I wish we could get up to cannons. I don't think we're going to have cannons though, because it's going to take forever to drop those defenses. All right, so I guess we would want to bank in here, but I think I'd rather have this city work on something more military related. Can we have it do like a Treb? No, it's a little far away from that. Just put it on Knight. This will become a Cuirassier and then we can whip it down the road. I don't really need the bank it's not a huge priority. Like, I can bulldoze my way through a city if it's poorly defended, but obviously I need to drop the defenses against anything that's, like, for real. Alright, anyway, we can grab this tile too. Why would we not grab these tiles? That other city is just working the fish tile, so we can easily grab these. Okay, so we've got the granary now, and next up we need the forge. We do have an academy in here as well, which is kind of nice, but the forge, or mint. No, we already do have a mint, I forgot. Okay, well that's good. In that case, it's probably courthouse. Maybe put up a little defense. We'll see. I don't think well, we'll see. We probably should put at least some units, but note the terrain here along this border. Like, it's not like he can race a stack of units directly to this city. Still, I will keep that in mind. And keep more defense than literally nothing. Oh, I forgot I was going to whip some of these cities, wasn't I? And then go into caste system. Well, we can do that now. And then go into caste system to expand the borders. All right, so what needs a whipping before we drop out of caste system? Or drop out of slavery, Civic? This here for sure. Boop, boop. This for sure. The great slavening. All right, no, not you. We just... Wait, what? Oh, this is almost done, so we might as well use it. This here. This I can hold off on for a little bit. No, not there. We just whipped here. Wait, what the? No. You grow. Marvelous is not large enough. It's just growing pop. This city needs a little bit more pop in order to be able to whip them in. It's actually really close, but not quite there. A UI just whipped recently for various things. Glue factory, no. Ivory graveyard, no. Okay. All right, so we just whipped that. Now that we whipped that, we'll go to caste system. And I'm not drafting yet, so I'm not going to go theocracy. I'll stay organized religion. All right, caste system. So now these cities that are trying to pop their borders and have like food bonuses or that iron resource in the second ring. Yeah, we can just run that for a couple turns. So I need you to pop borders. You, I guess, although it's not really a huge priority for you to pop borders, so you're probably fine. Like, there's no immediate need to expand there. Glue Factory, though, has the food bonus in the second ring, so let's get that in place sooner. Smells Fishy doesn't need to pop borders. Ivory Graveyard 100% does, because your food bonus is in the second ring. That'll get it popped in 2 turns. And similarly, you, that'll get you popped next turn. Okay. All right, so over here, we now know that the main army, come on, is in this city here. So let's see if we can just spy out anything else. All right, that's a lot of longbows, but not much else. Just defensive units over there. Trying to keep this on the roads. Yep. So the army, so we got our answer. The army's in Beshbalik for this other, for Kublai. All right, venison. So we need to spread our religion to, I think Marvelous is the other important city. What was the other one we had? This city here also lacks religion, doesn't it? Yeah. So we'll just pop the borders here while we can. 4-pop whip the bank. It's in a shrine city. I didn't want to drop it down that low. We'll get it when we pop back into slavery. We'll get it. We'll get it in a couple turns after letting the food box fill up. It is worth extra gold, but all right. So now we'll be able to finish nationalism. So we'll go nationalism in another 5 turns. This will give us enough time to research gunpowder, and then we'll go slavery plus nationalism, and then we'll get out a round of draftees and theocracy as well.
A man does not have himself killed for a half.
Taj, I don't think, is in the cards this game.
Petty distinction. You must speak to the soul in order to electrify him.
All right, gunpowder first because we're going to need it for drafting, and then military tradition as soon as that's done. All right, there's the bank in Sydney. All right, Sydney, you get us some trebs. Or no, I want to finish with my missionaries, then build us some trebs because we're going to need them to drop defenses. Also, hopefully I'll be back in theocracy by the time I finish them so they can get the double promotion. All right, Gambit. In infrastructure terms, the only thing it needs is a bank, but I don't think it's that important. Let's get some units. Hopefully they'll turn into cuirassiers. Knights do auto-upgrade to cuirassiers in Q, don't they? I'm pretty sure that they do. Okay, so we are now food. What are we? Neutral there. So let's do the harbor. And then that'll be enough to keep it healthy neutral at like size 13 or so. So yeah, growing at 7 food per turn. And then we go back onto all hill tiles at like size 12 or 13. Yes. Okay, I was pretty sure that they did, but just wanted to be sure. Okay, so again, slowly building roads along the war zone. Let's go check out the other AI while we're at it. Get like a fresh scout of their territory. Because clearly we need a little bit more time to reach cuirassiers. All right, so gunpowder we can basically do in 2 turns, roughly, at 100% science. And so we need about 600-ish gold. So 2 turns of... so it's probably 2 turns of 0% and then 2 turns of 100%. And then that'll be right when we want to go into nationhood anyway. Something like that. So we can't whip this turn, but we did pop the borders in some of these cities. So all right, so let's drop the artist. Pick up this tile. That's +5 food per turn. Working all these cottages. That looks good. Where else did we pop the borders? Anywhere else yet? I know we did it that... Oh, Angry Aztec came out of resistance. All right. So do we whip this? Oh, we actually can't whip it. But what we can do is we can, since the city's going to starve anyway, we can do this and pop the borders in 1 turn, and then we have that in our city ring next turn. Ivory Graveheart's going to expand next turn. I don't think any other cities actually pop their borders. And we can't whip, so it's not like we have to be checking for slavery timings right now. Okay. Why don't we have copper? Are we trading it away? We might be trading it away. I think we actually are. I think we have you have supplied us with resources for one of the AIs. You could check what our active trades are. Yeah, fish and 14 gold per turn to me for copper, which is fine. So now we finally have our own source of fish, but prior to this we did not have, or maybe we did, I don't know. We have 1 source of fish there. Oh, prior to this city we didn't have our own source of fish, and then this is going to get us crabs, which is going to be nice. All right. Jewish missionary. So does that get me all my cities converted? I'll check in a second. So we finished this. This city is not a military city. It's pretty low on production, so I'll set it to bank. We should also look to build the Forbidden Palace down there in the south somewhere to help out a bit with maintenance. It's not a huge deal, but it would help. All right, you are another econ city, so I think we do want to bank here long term. You have no production; you're just all work cottages. Okay. So we got some of our border expansions here. Angry Aztec now can stop working these. We do need the lighthouse to finish, though. So we can two-pot whip that next turn. Oh, well, we could two-pot whip it now. We're not in slavery. Duh. I was like, wait, we're not in slavery. Okay. But this is actually a big deal because we need health pretty badly in our cities. And we do need the lighthouse here to make this a 5 food tile. And then a courthouse. All right, so this city also popped borders. So now we can work this. And now this is back to being now this is a strong city. This former capital. Look at all these towns. Some of these will swap off of some of these will go to smells fishy in time, but yeah, we're good for right now. I think I might have smells fishy working artist at size 2 just to pop the borders. So we pop them there. Marvelous still has not popped. It needs one more turn. All right, Marvelous still needs the time, and then we can mine that iron tile. So you guys be ready to mine that iron tile next turn. All right, Glue Factory popped its borders, so go back to working. We got this tile. Excellent. Now we want to pick up this tile. Which one of those? I'm trying to see which one of those cottages is the furthest along. It doesn't make a huge difference, but all right, yes, you go to sleep there. So it was this one, 32 turns, 30, 23, 18. Okay, this one was the furthest behind. All right, so Marvelous got its religion. So now we just need smells fishy, and is that it? All right, instead of looking at this, let's just look at the religious city. Bad trade and smells fishy. So we need one more missionary, assuming we don't fail the conversion rolls, which is always a possibility. But I'll build that and then start building trebs in that city. Okay, so continuing to scout over here. Just clearly, again, have a few more turns before that needs to be back with the main body. All right, let's go to bad trade. And so this is a 90% dice roll. It gets spread successfully. All right, we succeeded. So only city that does not have religion is smells fishy. Shrine is 29, so that'll be 30 cities, which is pretty good considering this is a small map. Not a very large map. To have 30 cities is pretty nice. All right, so if I turn science on right now, we come up a little bit short. So I'm going to try to do like this. Well, let's do this. Do like 20%, and then I do 2 turns of 100%, and then I think that finishes the tech, I believe. Spiritual's fun. It's honestly kind of a shame that Slavery Civic is so good because I love playing spiritual and like popping into caste system for just little spans of time. And I think when we declare war is when we go mercantilism, but I don't think we change into mercantilism until we actually declare war. And then we lose the trade routes from the AI because we are actually making some income from them right now. Road that. So now we go to 100% science. And yeah, now we should have enough to finish in 2 turns, which is what I was hoping for. I think we might have been just short otherwise. All right, let's see if we can figure out where Surrey Varman's stack is. Not over here. It might be in this city. Here it is. It's actually right here in this city. Or it's still mostly horse arch. So everybody is still medieval at the moment in terms of their military, which is a good sign for us. Also, there's like a bajillion forests on the borders of all the AIs. Like no one has gotten to gunpowder stuff yet. All right, so Marvelous. There we go. We're going to mine that iron tile. There we go. Plus 5 food. Now we have some actual production. That wouldn't be a terrible tile to work either, but what are we at? 5 base? That would give us 8. Yeah, that's actually worthwhile. Because that gets us to 8, and then we get plus 50% to get to 12, which makes a big difference. Even though it does cost us down to just 4 food per turn, it actually is. And of course, we get the commerce from that tile too. It's pretty nice. All right, so I think we've expanded borders everywhere except Smells Fishy, where we will run the artist for right now. And Smells Fishy, I think I actually do want to work the farm because all I want is, once the borders expand, I just want the city to grow as quickly as possible so I can whip its granary. All right, Angry Aztec. Oh, what the? Oh, I should move these units out of the city so I actually remember they're down here. Everything except the longbow. Like when the workers are in the city, I can't see them. I don't know that they're there. Is 50% the next best rounding? I mean, the rounding is really, like in the early game it can matter, but this late in the game, the rounding is so small, it's not really significant. All right, so we can flip civics in 2 more turns, and we will do that, and we will draft in 2 more turns. Pretty much everywhere, because then we'll be drafting muskets instead of drafting maces. All right, so there's the Jewish missionary. Let's get some trebs, and we'll go into theocracy here as well. All right, so let's hope that we succeed on our dice roll. Get to the Chapa celebrates We Love the Monarch Day. Okay. You can now come back and join the rest of our army. I think we got a nice scouting read. Oh, what's this? We actually have enough visibility to see these cities. Is that true? We're actually able to see these cities now? We must be able to see them from our religion, right? Wow, that's kind of nice. Okay. Let's split espionage 2 to 1 to make sure we maintain that for right now. Not religion? I thought it was religion. That I think it's cheaper if you own the holy city to be able to see. Also, Old Sarai is like literally no defenses in it whatsoever. All right, so we roaded that. We've gotten like every single tile roaded along the border. We should chop this though, just for safety's sake. Like when a war starts, we should have this chopped. But we're not in organized religion right now, so I'd rather chop it when I'm in organized religion. Or wait, I am in organized religion. Yeah, so it is a good time to chop this tile. I mean, I guess we could have technically saved it for a lumber mill, but then again, the whole point was I don't want the potential defensive cover for the enemy on the border, if needed. All right, so we've got like these big old stacks of workers all over the place, like ready to do whatever I might need in terms of roading or whatever. So I think that's it. I mean, it's kind of nice when you don't have slavery civic in. You don't not having to do a bunch of crazy management of your cities every turn. But we'll be in slavery next turn, so we can then potentially go back to whipping stuff. I think a couple cities will be ready. And our whole army's over here now. All right, gunpowder in.
You can get more of what you want with a kind word and a gun than you can with just a kind.
Military tradition next, although we have to go through music first. Music's not that expensive at this stage of the game. Optics, whatever, we don't think we need that. Paper, we will have to pick up at some point, but like the liberalism prize is gone, the economics prize is gone. Education, we're not philosophical for this. Probably just push for rifling as soon as we're done with military tradition. Probably. Get calves in play and just end this game. Just cottage that for right now. All right. All right, we'll just one turn this because we can. We know where we're going next. All right, come on, 90%. Wow, we had really good luck on our missionary spreads this game. Music also lets us build culture, correct? All right, I can stop running this artist now because the borders will expand naturally in 2 turns. And we'll be able to use build culture afterwards, that's right. Let me just check in real quick on the tech situation because I'm kind of curious about this. All right, so Kublai Khan, he has music, which we're about to grab, has alphabet, has paper, has a bunch of stuff past paper, has optics as well. So he has astronomy. He used liberalism to grab astronomy. Where is he? So he doesn't have printing press. He has nothing beyond printing press. So that's good. He's not close to rifling. Doesn't have gunpowder, so he doesn't have any. So he doesn't have any of the military things. He has quite a bit of the. So like he has education, liberalism, economics, astronomy. Does he have constitution? He can research constitution. Okay, and he doesn't have science. He doesn't have scientific method either. Can we get this off the screen, please? No, I don't want. I don't want that tech. I want music. All right. So we're up on him. We're up on him gunpowder. And does he have, he has nationalism. So we're up on him gunpowder, and that's about it. So he is ahead. So he also has nationalism. He's ahead paper, education, liberalism, economics, and like some older stuff that doesn't matter. And we're up gunpowder. So he's definitely ahead in tech, but he's researching constitution. Yeah. We have enough visibility to see that. All right, so anyway, we're flipping into nationhood and theocracy for the extra XP, and I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, we don't even have anything else. We would really like representation because we're about to go mercantilism soon, but that could be a motivation to go constitution soon. When we flip into mercantilism, getting representation on that would be nice. All right, time to start drafting. Whoop. So any city that has a barracks and religion is plus gets a promotion on the draftees. All right, I'm just going to go in order on the city list. We can only draft 3 per turn. And just start them walking up there. So we got Gambit as well. Okay. All right, now as far as whipping, let's see if anything needs whipping. We do lose the bureaucracy bonus. We gotta see, we do lose the bureaucracy bonus on our research, which is significant in this game because the capital has 10,000 cottages. So we do like being in bureaucracy, but no, I'm holding off on these until I can get cuirassiers. No, you don't have enough yet. No. I did go into slavery, didn't I? Wait, did I forget to go back into slavery? I forgot to go back into slavery. Okay, well, that is a mistake. So we need to reload to the start of this turn. Because I did not go into slavery, which I was planning to do. I want to sync up slavery and I want to sync up being in these 2 civics together because I want to be in theocracy when I'm doing these. All right, so we're going to have to be on 70%. We already saw that. Just replay this turn the same way. This dice roll should go the same because we have maintaining the preserve random seed on reload. All right. So, nationhood, slavery, theocracy. There we go. All right. So draft you. This looks fine. Oh, we actually don't have a cottage on this tile. We really need a cottage that one. I'll move the workers down there and get that next. Draft you. Again, all these units coming out with a promotion. That looks good. I wish we were more than +3 food per turn, but it is what it is. Gambit. Oop. All right. That looks good there. We'll grow onto that tile. Oh, wait, no, we already have the cottage there, so that looks good. All right, Forest Frontier. Whip the Grocer here. Get to the Choppa. Harbor looks, all right, this looks good here, although I'm still trying to grow, well, let's do this so we can finish the harbor. Actually, no, there's no incentive to finish the harbor sooner, is there? Let's grow this to size 13. Maybe size 14. All right, bank. That lighthouse will finish naturally. This isn't the greatest time to whip things because we're not an organized religion, but this city might as well. Maybe I'll hold off and wait until we're an organized religion. Probably should not whip buildings until we get that bonus, but in some places it might be needed. If we can one-pop them, What would we rather have whipped here? We already have actually have a lot of infrastructure here already. this city that's one tile off the coast. It's not worth it to whip a library for one pop. I'll let that build for now. Maybe we 2-pop whip it when we're back in organized religion. All right, this city, yes, that's still worthwhile to do, especially because we have that high courthouse cost. All right, let's let that run down a little bit further. All right, yes, this is worthwhile to do. We're whipping off bad tiles. We'll get the lighthouse in play. And the granary we're going to whip as soon as we can, but we need to get up to size 4. Okay.
If music be the food of love, play on.
All right, grocery. Or grocer, not grocery. And let's have you start some knights. Okay, so you, I want to work this tile for sure. And after that, you can figure it out. I don't need, like, we're at a stage of the game where I don't need to super micro this every turn. You can work on a grocer long term. All right, glue factory, this looks fine. The library's cheap. All right, good. You got your lighthouse. Do we have the courthouse? No, courthouse is next because this city has pretty high maintenance costs. Okay. All right. You guys that got drafted can hang out. This tile right here needs to be improved by the capital. All right, so we did the first 3 cities. I mean, we could double draft, but I don't think we need happiness that badly. Oh, look at this. We have 41 happiness because that's where all our units are hanging out. All right, so Forest Frontier. Get to the Choppa. Let's hold this unit here just in case someone would come towards that. Just so we have an actual defender in there. And scot-free. Oh, this is our heroic epic city, so no, this is the one city that doesn't get drafted. Hot dog though, yeah. You have at it, hot dog. I can just have like 2 draft. I can just have I can just hold the draftees in these cities, like so that they have an actual defender. I'm still not too concerned that the AI is going to come charging towards them. And even if it does, it's like, great, I'll just shift my army up there. But I can get like an actual defender instead of these cardboard cutouts. All right, so that's it for this turn. We need about 1,000 gold to research this. So, wow, okay. 2 turns at 0% science, and then go full bore, and then we whip out some crosshairs, upgrade these units, and go from there. How many siege units do I have? I have 6 catapults. If I could stack like 3 or 4 trebs on top of that, I'll be able to take down castle defenses in a relatively fast amount of time. Now, I can blitz through Old Sarai. That won't be an issue. But these other cities will take longer. Yeah, like it's Old Sarai first. Then we probably would go here, here, here. Like walk like that. I want to get this city. And we'll have to deal with this army as well. The good news is Kublai does not appear to be close to rifling or any major military upgrade. So, I mean, our units are pretty well promoted from that last war. So, get out some more knights, get out some upgrade to cuirassiers, have some siege on hand. I mean, I don't see anything in this stack that's not going to die to cuirassiers. Like, maces are good in their era, but they will not win against that unit. Kashyyyks, even worse. Pikes, I guess, but do I ever get a chance to get that border tile on Forest Frontier? I don't think so. So it doesn't look like I can control any of these. But the good news, I mean, it would be nice if I could control this tile, but it doesn't look like it's happening. It would be awesome because then I could just hit the city instantly. Maybe send 1 knight out to pillage iron. Maybe. We'll see where the borders end up. Perhaps. It would be nice to deny them iron, because then they can't build knights or maces or pikes. So that's not a bad idea. We'll see. Maybe I can try to pull that off, but we'll see where have to see where the borders end up. All right. Let's let this. So now it's time for you to just be permanently on military units forever. We did build the stable here, didn't we? Yes, we did. So with stable and barracks, so let's see, barracks is 3, stable is 5, 7, 9. If we're in theocracy, this is 3 promotion knights slash cuirassiers coming out. If not, they come out at 9 XP if we're in organized religion. And that's not too shabby. All right. So you guys need to cottage this tile. Hagia Sophia. Okay, yep, you just keep building those wonders for me, buddy. All right, so last turn I stopped by, this was the last one I drafted last turn, I think. So, Bib. I mean, that's why it's always nice to have more cities, is you can always use them for whipping and drafting. Like this city, Rock of Pergovia, sucks, but it can always be a source of more units. And the Aztec domains can contribute in that way too. So we have like just enough cities that we can run nationhood for 5 turns, and then like draft every city and then pop back into something else again. You I will hold in this city so that we have one real defender in case something comes towards me. All right, so our power should be spiking pretty nicely now. Still not number 1 in power though. Suryavarman is tops. Wow, Kublay's been very flat on power for a while. I don't suppose you're plotting war. Nope. Could you spare this for a good friend? No. He's not going to declare war on Kublai for that. If we're curious, so Kublai has dropped down to cautious with me. Only cautious, but we're still pleased with Surrey, and actually by a lot, mostly because of his religion. All right, so we can flip out of this in a couple more turns, right? 3 more turns. All right, now it's time to turn on our research. 4 turns, and we should be able to get there. So we'll get that in 4 turns, and then that's when we'll upgrade our units and look to a strike. So fortunately, because we're in Theocracy right now, this comes out with 2 promos, so we can get the take down the city walls faster promotion. So it doesn't take such an ungodly long time to drop the walls. All right, you guys are going to be on military duty, so I want you near the front lines, just in case I need you. Take some of your towns to Sydney from Forest Frontier. Sydney still has a cottage. It's not even working right now, so I think it's okay. And I like the city having pretty good production. Base 16 going to 20 with Forge. I'm pretty happy with. So I could, but I think I'm okay with the way it's set up right now. And like Forest Frontier will grow right onto this tile. All right, so the last one we drafted last time was, I believe, this Tomatosa. All our food names up here. So just another deer. You can hang out inside yourself. Fishy also. So now we have 1 musket in all of these cities along the front lines. Again, hopefully they won't come under attack, but you never know. And I'm going to do some organized religion whipping soonish. All right, Marblicious or Marvelous. Oh, there's actually I forgot that there's a city down here. Okay. Well, we can deal with that at the end of the conflict. Let's deal with the core first. Or maybe the draftees can try to take over this city. Let's see what's in there. Might as well. We're not at war. All right, that's not very well defended. It's just a bunch of longbows. A city that just stole your silver. What? How dare they? It did just steal my silver. That could be a big deal. That was 2 happiness in every city that I just lost. All right. Well, the Holy City's... Oh, I was going to say the Holy City's not doing anything. I guess he did go into free religion, so it is actually doing something. Yeah, I have no culture here, so I'm not getting that back anytime soon. I would have to get up to 100 culture. And it's not worth pushing for it when we can just take over his territory. We can just we can just capture that city. Okay. Well, we can always send some units to get that back. I forgot he had a city down there. That's annoying. So he has what, 6 cities in his core? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he has 7 in his core, and then that Barb city down there. Oh well. You could attack from inside Surrey of Armin's land. That's true. If this was, oh yeah, you know what? If we cut this forest, then we could actually hit it from this tile on the very first turn of the war. But I don't know if I have enough knights available to do that because I'm already sending my knights to snipe this city. But maybe. Let's cut that forest at least. You can chop in other people's territory, by the way. Or I thought you could. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. A spy has been stumbled on. I thought you could chop in someone else's territory. I guess that's wrong. My bad. I was wrong on that. Is it you can railroad another someone's territory? It's only roading. Okay. Only roading. That's what I was thinking of. I know there's something you can do. All right, well, that's something to ponder on for later. Certainly have no shortage of forests to chop over here. We'll have to road our way through here once the territory is actually captured. All right, so Marvelous, we just drafted, right? It's not even a large enough size. All right, bad trade. Extend. You also can stay there. All right. So next turn we flip into, we flip out of this because we should be just about done. What was the last one we just drafted? Was it this one, Tattle Local? So we draft Glue Factory, Ivory Graveyard, and the others are too small to draft anyway. So perfect timing. Get back into them. All right. Yeah, I kind of need that silver for happiness in terms of, because we're going to have severe war weariness from this upcoming fight. Kind of need that silver tile for happiness. I mean, +2 happiness in every city is a big deal. That said, there is some really good stuff in Kublay's territory. I mean, like, this has Notre Dame in it. So, like, that's 2 happiness in every city in and of itself. Yeah, there's Notre Dame right there. Silver Wars. And he has corn plus bananas, which are both resources we lack, would really help with health, help us out in terms of healthiness. All right, yeah, I'll let this grow to size 14, and then I think I cap it at 14 for the moment. It might have happiness issues, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. All right, looks like Gambit's going to finish its knight early, but that's okay. The knight to Cuirassier is a fairly cheap upgrade. I think it's only like 40 gold per unit, so we can just upgrade if they finish too soon. All right, give me that 11 XP knight. Oh, we got quite a few units here. Islam has been found. All right, so Surrey Warman just researched Divine Right first, I guess. All right, our remaining cities to draft. So we're Glue Factory. Which goes back down to size 2, or size 5. Ivory Graveyard, which is starting to look pretty strong. Still needs more production, but starting to look rather nice as a city. And I believe the others are too small. Yeah, Angry Aztecs needs more time, and Smells Fishing needs more time too. Okay, so time to change Civic, so back to bureaucracy and back to organized religion. It does mean that we don't get triple promo knights out of the heroic epic city, but that's okay. I want organized religion for all my whips that aren't units. Oh, what's this? We're actually unhappy here? Oh, interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Do we have dies? No, I was going to say I could get +1 happy from this. I don't want to waste time building a Coliseum. That's a waste. Could actually build the Jewish synagogue, which would be extra happiness, but that South City is not defended that well. maybe I could send like maybe if we snipe this city and like the slow movers are walking towards Beshbalek with the siege, maybe the mounted units could race down here and try to grab it. Something like that. But like I'm hesitant to take too many units away from this initial strike. We'll see. All right, so what needs to get whipped now that we're back in slavery again? No, not you. You're good. This, I think so. I think so. I don't know what else I wouldn't. Yeah, I think so. We'll lose a lot of, whip off a lot of tiles, but it'll grow back. This I'm going to whip once it's a Cuirassier, but it's still on Knight right now. That's the Heroic Epic City. This city can't quite get the bank yet. Grocer, yes. Poor people. We keep smacking them around. Market, yes. Tomatosa, yes. There's the whipping off a lot of population here, but all right, you already finished that. We can whip something better here at Fishy. Let's do the market because you're probably going to need it for happiness. I realize I'm carrying a +3 on happiness in every city from drafting, basically, but they'll live. They'll live. We can always run the slider if we have to. All right, let's whip that library next turn. Get the 2-pop whip. All right, get you the mint. Similar deal here. You can whip something better than this library, I think. And then use the overflow to finish. We'll do the grocer, I guess. You get that mint. Glue factory, let's let you recover. We definitely need that courthouse. And you also need the courthouse, but you don't have enough population yet. You're not done with the granary yet. Okay. We just killed off an awful lot of population, but it was worth. The city is temporarily happy because it's got a unit in it. I should probably move some unit I don't care about into the city just for that exact purpose. All right, Gambit, let's get you some more units. Got the bank. Yeah, you don't really need much more in the way of infrastructure, do you? You're kind of set on infrastructure, so... I don't really have something else for you to build, do I? You can just go on tonight then. Maybe we'll whip that to completion later. Alright, you... let's do the barracks right now, and then the next whip is probably a bank. You could also do the barracks as well, because then our next draftee comes out with more XP. You're going to need this lighthouse sooner or later, so we'll get that now. Just another deer. Let's get the market, because we're probably going to need happiness when we're in war. Fishy, I was going to, yeah, we'll whip the market now. Same story here, get the library. A lot of whipping going on. My poor people. Extan. And you, the library's cheap. We'll get that. All right. I think that's it now. Oh, Ivory Graveyard needs... I do want to get the Buddhist monastery, but I think I can get more basic infrastructure first. Do the library next, I think. And you, again, don't have enough pop to whip that. And you will whip your granary next turn. Okay. All right. Where do I have a unit that I don't care about that can just stand in Sydney to give it happiness? I'm sure I have an extra unit somewhere. Well, for this turn, this knight can stand in there. All right, then we need like one turn to upgrade. That's a lot of units. That's a lot of units in there. And we need like a turn to upgrade them. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Oh. Sneezy time, apparently. Down here, I've got some extra units in a couple of these cities. Just checking to see if I have like an extra defender hanging out in one of these cities. I don't think I do. Oh, you're unhappy as well? I didn't even whip you. I really need to get that silver resource, don't I? Well, there's no point in growing this city larger if it's already unhappiness at this size, already unhappy at this size. So, um, that's probably a little too much starvation. All right, that works. What are we at? Base 18? That's not bad. So 40 after running through the modifiers. That's a Karakoram every 2.5 turns. Certainly not amazing, but not bad. All right. How are our demos looking, just out of curiosity? So we're last in GMP, but and last in production, but first in food. We're now first in soldiers as well. Yeah, so we we had a little bit of a military buildup there, one could say. Warrior and Forest Front. Where's Forest Front? Oh yeah, I think that's right. I have a skirmisher in here. Yeah, let's move the skirmisher down here. And then like one of these muskets will stay behind as an actual defender. All right. Okay, that works for me. So these knights will get auto upgraded in queue, the ones that are still here. Like this will pop out of venison. And we'll whip, I think Gambit, yeah, I'll whip the Karakoram and Gambit, and then this one I'll whip as well, even though it's not, even though there's still a whipping penalty there. All right.
Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
So I think we actually went Constitution next, because then I can go into Representation. I'm going to go into Mercantilism, and then on my next Civic flip, and then I can be in Representation as well. Plus Representation will give happiness to the largest cities, which I think I'm going to need. So I think that's the most useful tech I can pick up right now. All right, you long-term, I mean, just the bank, I guess. But like, in reality, you're just kind of sitting there. All right, so I need to... But first I need to upgrade these. I need a turn to upgrade. So each upgrade is 50. And I have how many knights? I have 14. So I can't upgrade. I can almost upgrade all of them next turn. Almost. So we'll upgrade on this turn and then go in the following turn. Yeah, we can just move right to this tile and then hit the city on the following turn. And then the big old siege stack will just come trotting in behind it. Actually, is it faster just to walk like 1, 2, 3? Oh, I should have been up here. I could have had the slow movers just go 1, 2, 3 to here. Although as soon as we capture Old Sarai, hold on, where are the borders? So 20, 40, 60, 80. No, it actually doesn't make a difference, because as soon as Old Sarai is captured, I should have control. I should have control of this tile here. So then my slow movers can just go, like I can put them on this tile and then they can go 1, 2, 3 to here. So it wouldn't actually be, I guess it would be like 1 turn faster for them to be up there, but it's not a big difference. Still, that would have been better if they had been on here, because I could have moved here on the first turn of the war and then here and then here. But it's roughly the same. It's not a big difference. Still, I think that would have been slightly better. If I move them starting on this turn, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it's too slow now. You see those muskets still wandering in. All right, so we can swap civics again in 3 turns. We could potentially just go into nationhood and draft another round of muskets, but I don't know if we really need units that badly. Still, probably we should. We're spiritual. We might as well take advantage of that. Wait, what the? Why am I now unhappy? I just moved a unit. Oh, what? So I'm unhappy even with 2 units in here? Okay. Representation would definitely help. Representation Civic would help here. We note that we did get the auto upgrading queue to these units. So, Gambit, here's one way to solve your unhappiness problem. We can whip off the tiles that have, we can whip away some of this population. By the way, we're close to getting another great person here. Interesting. Kublai going for military tradition. Does he have gunpowder? Great question. Does not have gunpowder yet. So let's hope we can hit him before he has a chance to do anything with that. This city is a stable, so it's a good place to get these units. All right, you know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to use the very rare command, which is Alt-click. Alt-click is just keep building this unit until I tell you to stop. It's rare. It's rarely used, or at least I rarely use it, but it's one of my favorites. The Alt-click build command. All right. So I think the next thing here is the grocer. All right, let's start upgrading these units, shall we? As many as we can. 600. So we got almost all of them. We're missing one. Got all but one unit. Let's grab the slow movers and get them ready. I'll leave behind one unit. Gonna move them up one tile. Now, why move them up one tile? Because if they're... Actually, it doesn't matter if I move them up one tile or not, does it? Because they'll move to this tile next turn. Yeah, this would not be suspicious at all for a human player, right? Not suspicious at all. Definitely not suspicious moving like this. Oh yeah, we could ask him for some gold, that's true. Oh, he has 0 gold. We could try asking Kublai for some gold. He is pleased with us. We would need 50. Now this doesn't stop me from declaring war on him, right? All right, no, he said he was not willing to do that. Okay. Never mind then. Farewell. He was not willing. Just having like these units end their turn temporarily in Sydney to give 1 turn's worth of happiness as they walk north. That's what I thought. So I'm glad he said no. Glad he said no. I would have just reloaded otherwise, but yeah. All right, I'm just going to check in to see if any of these cities need to whip. All right, down here, Axstan. Get that grocer done. Overflow should finish the library or come very close to it. Angry Aztec. Almost has enough pop to whip its courthouse. We can't change civics. I think we're looking pretty good here. Okay. Sydney, you just keep, for the time being, I'm going to lose some of these units, so I think I'm okay with this city just continuing to do some trebuchets. And you, I've already built most of the infrastructure here, haven't I? I haven't built the bank, but while we're in war mode, let's have you whip this Cuirassier next turn. We'll have you whip another one next turn, because your whip on happiness is out. We'll be able to whip it for 3 pop, and then that gets us another unit. All right. So let's upgrade that one knight. And we do need to run 0% gold anyway. So Kublai, let's take one last look around. That city has a mace and 2 swords, so even though they're going to get a gajillion defensive bonuses, there's no longbows in the city, which is really bizarre. No longbows is really weird, but there aren't any, so... All right. Oh, our upgrade power graph. You know, upgrading those units doesn't spike the power too much because knights are 10k power and cuirassiers are 12k power. So I actually got quite a bit stronger, but not in a way that shows up enormously on the power graph. They'll rush defenders in. Well, I don't know that there's any... I mean, this city can't reach this in 1 turn, even with engineering. So... I mean, and like any knights that move in are not going to have defensive bonuses, so I think there's not a lot he can do. All right, Kublai, it's been fun, but time to go to war. So Suryawarman's not going to like that because it's going to be another you declared war on our friend. But we're still pleased with him, so hopefully he's not going to attack. Could you spare this? What do you want for this? All right. I'm fine with him staying out of this because I want to get these cities for myself. I don't want half the Terrat cities to go over to Surrey and make him a bigger threat long term. All right, so take our big mounted stack, move it up to right here. Take our non-mounted stack, move it up here. You stay here. This moves up with this group here. You join the attack. Oh, you actually can't make it all that way. Well, that's all right. You can still join the attack if needed. So these AIs are not good at teching, but I wouldn't have minded having at least one more peaceful AI. Remember, I kind of started in this game with hostile units on every side. So yeah. At least this draft on happiness comes off next turn. I don't think I want to draft Sydney again, but I might draft some of the other cities. All right, so you come on over here, move on up. This city I'll whip the across here shortly. That city, I don't know that I want to whip that out and put another unhappiness on it. All right, some of these other cities, I think this city was close to, nope, never mind. I thought that was close to being able to whip that, but not quite. Smells fishy, this one, yeah. Now it can finally whip the granary and start growing. We'll do when we do the forge next. Let's just queue that up so I don't have to click it next turn. All right, let's hope for the best. I mean, it could have been worse, but it was I wouldn't say being in the middle of the map with no copper and no horses and hostile AIs on every side was really the situation we most wanted. All right, let's see what they get into this city. It's a shame. It is true. It is a shame that I didn't control this tile because I could have taken the city instantly. So they'll whip at least one defender, but let's see what we're up against. We should be able to take the city with that many mounted units. All right, Marvelous just finished. Courthouse, I think. Just continue doing basic infrastructure in here. Library. This city has enough commerce that I think we definitely want to bank in here. All right, so how much do we need to Constitution? I think we can burn through to this, especially because we're going to get city capture gold. So let's not revolt right now. We're going to hold and revolt into mercantilism and representation. All right, so what's in this city? Oh, actually nothing. Nothing is in this. Oh. This is so perfect. We capture the city, and then look, this stack is 3 tiles away from our big stack. We can hit it with siege and just annihilate this. All right. But the crosshairs have to do the hard work first. They got to kill these defenders. I think that, and so we don't want to use our guy that has the vision. All right, so 24%. Let's see if we can get Shock. Shock should have better odds. Not really. 26%, 11% retreat. How about a unit that doesn't have like what about this guy? Those are noticeably worse odds, but let's send him in just to be a sacrifice. All right, that was not especially successful. 2 hits, 3 hits? 2 hits, it looks like. Okay. All right. Sadly, that guy did not get the job done, but now we have 65% odds on the sword. What a difference sword versus mace. That's why we got to keep building more units, because we're inevitably going to lose some. All right. I think I had another shock guy in here. 35. Oh, it looks like there's a jumping point between Combat 1 and Combat 2 here. Yeah, it goes from 35 to 65. Sometimes the math works out where there's like these huge jumps in the math of how the combat works. And looks like we hit one there. So if we lose 1 unit to take this city, that's pretty good. All right, let's use one of our shot guy. This guy. This guy, if he wins, oh, only. All right, let's see if we can get better odds than that. Not a significant difference. So let's do this because if he wins, he gets a promotion. Nice. What survive? Oh, there's the statue of Zeus. Haha. So we won't have to worry about the statue of Zeus for weariness. We knew it was in there, of course, but it's still nice to get. All right. Granary survived. Oh, a lot of infrastructure survived. Granary, aqueduct, mint, coliseum. Nice. So we probably just want to build culture to pop the borders. So we'll just stick it on a library for right now. All right. So we have caught the Mongolian army in a bit of a strategic pickle. Oh, I also like K Sarai Sarai. Let's. I hope there's enough room for that. I think there is. K Sarai Sarai. Just enough. I don't know if there's room for the spaces. There is. Okay. K Sarai Sarai. So, yeah, this group kind of got stuck out in the open in a way that I don't think they wanted. So let's see if we can use, somewhat loath to sacrifice my siege units here, but we do have a catapult that has no promotions to soften this group up. So we 100% want to send that in, cause some collateral damage. Well, we actually got an amazing roll. Got at least 3 hits. How do... I was like, what? 1, 2, 3. We got 4 hits at 3% odds. That's pretty good. And we did a lot of siege damage. So now the Cuirassiers probably have odds to wipe everything. But we also can use these muskets that, remember, we don't really care very much about. 26%. What are the odds of like one of these Cuirassiers? Like, what's the odds of like a promotion to? All right, 67. So there's 1 pike in this stack. It's like 1 pike and 1 knight. And if we can clear those, the muskets should have odds on just about everything. Or close to it. All right, let me grab one of these shock guys and see who they would defend against. I don't want to promote too many of these guys shock because long term, that's not going to work. It's not going to be a very good promotion long term. We're going to want pinch soon. All right, so 68%. Nope, looks like we lost it. That's okay. So we took that knight out of the fight, though. Now that knight's down to 4.8%. All right, so let's get rid of this pike, though. All right, that was the only pike with the stack. All right, so now we've got a... Oh, we got a little flanking damage, too. Nice. So we've got a 9.2 health knight, and that's kind of it. And then some maces that are mostly full health. So I think the Cuirassiers clean up against the knight. Yeah, 88%. I'm going to use that. Should clean up against the knight. Oh, did we lose this one too? Oh my god, 88%? Yikes. That was not a good combat round. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We took 6 hits. Yikes. Well, that's why that kind of sucked. That was unlucky. 97%. I don't feel bad about taking 12, what is it, 8 to 1 odds? Yeah, that was 8 to 1 odds. I don't feel bad about that. And we'll also get flanking damage here too, at least on the siege units. All right, I think the musket should get pretty good odds on the rest of these. Yeah, I'll take that. I'd like to preserve the Cuirassiers, and these are just draft cannon fodder, so it doesn't matter too much. Just take that combat 1. I mean, like 75% is fine against these maces. As I said, if these units die, they die. I hate to be so callous, but I don't care that much about them. So they can clean up everything else, and then that'll preserve the 2 movers for more important stuff. So this really worked out in our favor, the fact that this stack just walked right up like this, allowing me to slaughter like their entire force on flat ground with nothing defending it. Like, this couldn't have worked out much better. Obviously, we lost a couple rounds, a couple units here, but this has been a really, really good battle for us. We've pretty much slaughtered the entire core of their army. So this unit will get a promote. Oh, and we got a great general. Nice. So let's send that to our heroic epic city so that all of our units come out with an extra promotion. I wish I could merge it in this city turn so this unit would come out with 11 XP, but sadly that's not the case. Okay. Just going to continue using these to clean up. But like, this is a complete slaughter. I want to preserve 1 or 2 muskets so I can move the slow stack forward. So I can use, actually I can use the elephants because some of these units are damaged knights and then the elephants will. Yeah, I think Chichen Itza is over there, but I want to take this city next because it's got Notre Dame in it. And I just think the conquest pattern works a little bit better heading like in this direction. I don't know, we'll see. It is true that we could move. I don't know. I wanted to take this city because then that also removes any threat to Fishy and Tomatosa. But so what's left? Trebuchet, catapult, and some knights. Okay, let's get some use on the elephants here. Oh, this unit could become a Cuirassier as well. That's probably worth doing, especially because it's about to get a 3rd promotion here. Like this is going to be 17 XP. It's true. We could also pillage the iron, which is valuable to do. So maybe we do go for this city next, but I don't know. Chichen Itza is annoying. It's true. Mount Slaughter is the memorial name of that mountain. Yeah, more or less. All right, so yeah, these elephants can even get the matchup against knights. We'll actually get the combat bonus against these things. See, that's what I was also worried, is I was worried that this city just gets swallowed up by Khmer culture. So I'm not sure. Not sure. I kind of like the idea of getting Beshbulik though, because it has so many wonders in it. It's a very valuable city. Anyway, how many healthy Cuirassiers do I have? I'm just trying to think about, do I have enough to swing down here and try to take this city? I don't think I do, because I suspect that they've whipped quite a bit, and it's on a hill, so no, I don't think so. I think that that city has to be last in the process. Um, yeah, so we'll use you to take out this unit. I think I should have actually, I think there's one unit that has 9 XP. I should have grabbed the promotion for them. All right, so let's take our siege stack. And start moving it forward to Beshbulik. Not on a hill, but all right, so you guys hang out here while you're still healthy. I'm gonna pay to upgrade some of these elephants. I know it's pricey, but I want more units. Although now I don't know if enough. I probably shouldn't upgrade more. I won't be able to finish Constitution in 3 turns, which I do want. So, all right, we upgraded 1 unit. I can upgrade the rest after I capture more cities. All right, now where's the Great General? Yeah, here it is. All right, come on over here. Setting up the triage center. I could actually upgrade to an explorer if I want. The explorer still not going to defend, so we might as well. All right, now as for you, there we go. There's that vision we want. Okay, can't see anything else, so. Let's move 1 or 2 of you up with this stack here. Yeah. Beshbulik with having Notre Dame does make up for the silver loss. All right. Oops, actually I need to move these separately. All right, you actually stay there because I need a defender for that city long term. And then the Cuirassiers move up. I'm thinking I should have scouted out how many defenders were in that city, because I could have maybe tried to move the Cuirassier stack over here to snipe this. Let's at least move these guys down here so that they can pillage the iron next turn. We'll at least do that. We'll at least pillage the iron next turn. I'll move 3 of them over here so that should be enough. We'll at least snipe the iron. All right, so just another deer now does not need this musket. It's no longer really threatened, so I'll move this forward. And we'll keep going. So I preserved my siege. Oh, we should see the total combat log for this turn. It was pretty one-sided. So we lost, so let's see. We lost the initial attacker against the city, then won the last 3. This was pretty lucky to win these 3. So that balanced out the fact that we had this one bad result there at 88% odds. So we lost 3 Cuirassiers, 1 catapult, and we killed all of those units. So that was an absolute slaughter. We'll be able to see the shark fin pop up on the demographics. Yeah, because Kublai was around, he was around like 570. He was around somewhere like 550, 560. He lost like 100k in power that turn. So that's going to show up as a massive decrease on the bar graph. The enemy has been spotted near smells fishy. Oh, okay. Well, whatever will we do about that? Good thing caravels can't pillage. Oh, he just got another great profit? Yeah, go ahead. How about you merge it into the city as a specialist, super specialist? All right. Take out your iron. That was a great suggestion. Where's my sentry guy? It's actually often easiest to find this in the city list and the individual unit list. All right, where is he? Here. On this tile. In the city, okay. I want to see what's in Ninghasia. That information will be important. Because if it's poorly defended, we can just rush this. Oh, it is poorly defended. It is poorly defended. Cuirassiers, I have a job for you. While the slow movers move up to try to take that city. We actually could have been attacking it this turn if we wanted to, but if we had positioned for it. But there is not much in there. All right, Cuirassiers, let's go. You're too hurt. You are very too hurt. You can hang out here for the time being because I don't want to have to defend you. All right, who's healthy? I do have enough units to pull this off, right? I mean, the only unit that matters there is really the longbow. It's not on a hill, whereas Sarai was on a hill. We'll just stay together. I was not expecting the city to be that poorly defended. All right, anyone who's healthy. Oh, these guys are not, because I covered this stack last turn. Oh wait, no, they can make it to here, and then they can still hit that city. Nice. I thought for a second they couldn't reach that tile, but they can. All right, meanwhile, the slow movers continue moving up towards Beshbalik. So we want to merge this into the city as a military instructor. And you just head towards the front lines. I'll figure out where you go in a minute. Okay, you 100% need to heal. But you'll be back in the fight in 1 turn. The magnificent, great General Medic. So we have about 8 or 9 Cuirassiers over there. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's like 9 units. It's a lot of units, but... Oh, and I think one of these... And this guy's full health, too. Nice. Yeah, heal. Heal. A lot of you guys are... Oh, you're pretty beat up, but... You still healed a full in 2 turns. Pretty ridiculous, those great generals. Okay. Actually, you can move up start moving up too, because there's that one treb that I will move forward as long as it's guarded. All right, medic stays there. Heal. You can cover that as well. You can cover that as well. Okay. Oh, you're also full health. Well, I got a lot of these highly promoted elephants. Yeah, they have enough promotions that they would definitely benefit from being upgraded into cuirassiers, even though it's a little pricey. By the way, my military costs have gone up a lot because I have a lot of units in enemy territory. So how many do we have here? We've got 2 on this tile, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 10 units. We'll just see how many reinforcements are in there. Not being on a hill definitely helps, but we'll see what odds we get. I would love to snipe that and get rid of Chichen Itza. Okay, so Sydney has come out from its draft unhappiness. I probably do want to draft another round of units, but we're waiting until we can get into um, representation. All right. Well, we can whip this for 1 pop. Is that worthwhile? We are at war, so yes. It's an inefficient whip, but hell, this city now has 2 unhappy faces. Well, if we can get into representation, it'll get the extra happiness. That's okay. It's only starving a little bit. If the starvation gets worse, then we'll have to address it. Unfortunately, it's dropped off 2. See, the 2 unhappy faces are costing it the 2 hill tiles, so actually costing it a lot. All right, so bank, whip that. Just trying to check periodically. All right, no. Bank, I don't think we have enough pop to whip that yet. No. All right, you're finishing up with that. That looks good. Just another deer. Fishy needs a little more time to finish the grocer. You're still growing. +5 food. Nice. Bad trade. Let's not get these cities too unhealthy. Or too unhappy, excuse me. All right, you're going to finish that. Ivory Graveyard. Former Aztec capital. Angry Aztec can now do the courthouse. Smells fishy is just growing while it works on its mint. Okay. Divine Right. Excellent. Yeah. He's researching Divine Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see how this gets reinforced. If they pack this full of units, then I won't make the attempt. On the plus side, we did manage to get the iron. So no, I don't think he has copper either. I can double check on that, but I don't believe he has copper. I think we were actually supplying him with copper. And let's switch over to cuirassiers now in this city. You can go back to the bank now. But you actually don't have a stable. Let's have you do 1 more, and then maybe we go back to infrastructure. You are running out of things to build, econ-wise. So, I guess we'll put you on this. I don't have anything else for you to build. Harbor, do I need a harbor though? Like, does this actually do anything for me? I don't think it does. Yeah, I really don't think that does anything for me. We seem to be healthy enough. We've got all the basic stuff. We do have a monastery somewhere, so I can build missionaries even if I drop out of this organized religion. Looks like we're going to have to get a couple more beakers out of somewhere because we're so close to finishing this. I'm sure I can fiddle with that at the end of the turn. All right. Library out of just another glue factory. What does this city, what does the city need long term? Probably the market because it's going to be unhappy. And down here we need, do the library. It's cheap. Okay. All right. So here's the big question for the turn. Did the city get reinforced? The answer is no. So we should have enough to take this. We should. All right, so the longbow will get all the defensive bonuses. The good news is this is not on a hill, which did make the last city more difficult to take. The mace has full fortify bonus. The knight does not get defensive bonus, so the knight's kind of irrelevant. And the sword's base strength is low enough that it's unlikely to kill anything. So, let's see. Now, we don't have quite as many promotions on some of these units. Let's see what odds we get with... So combat 2 gives us 26% odds. let's make one of these into a shock unit and just see what odds that gets. 28, so that's slightly better. Let's take this guy with only 5 XP and see. I think this is the best. Interesting that the mace is the highest odds out of these. I guess the longbow having only 6 strength means that it's not as effective. So we have about, what, 1 in 4 odds to win and then another 10% to retreat. So the odds are almost 40% that this unit survives in some fashion, which is not terrible given that we're just attacking right into the defenses. All right, so we lost, but we did some damage. Got the mace down. All right, it's a shame we didn't win, but we did get the mace down to 10 HP. That's a shame. We won five rounds very quickly, but then lost 3 in a row. Still, that's a good outcome given the odds in that battle. All right, now we've managed to take out the top defender. So we can get 29%. Again, we could get basically the same situation if we just send a combat 1. How about combat 3? Combat 3 actually has winning odds, so let's try for that then. Looks like we won based on this animation. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it. I've seen the animations a lot. So we should have probably odds on the rest of the combats. I have another shock guy. Who's the guy I already promoted shock? So, yep, 66%. This is probably the only other round that we're likely to lose, although I guess maybe the knight. Although the knight's promoted flanking and we can take combat, so we should have very good odds on that, on the knight. Nice. So that's a win. 88%. I'll take that. I don't think I have a combat 3 here. Oh, I do have a combat 3. Doesn't really flip the odds that much. So let's take the combat 2 and we'll get to combat 3 if we win this. All right, well, and that's that. Who do we want to give one? There's some guys at 9 XP. Let's see if we can get... I thought there was someone at 9. Oh, yeah, there is. There's one guy at 9. So let's get this guy to 10. So we lost 1 unit to take that city. Pretty good stuff. I'll take it. All right. So that's big just because now we have control of Chichen Itza. Nice. We'll work on the mint here. So now that'll make it easier to take down any other cities. All right, so now I need to get some defenders over here. So the best way to do that is probably to walk through Surya Varman's territory. Let's wake up these workers and bring them over here. Let's start roading through some of these tiles. So you two can road this tile. And you two can road this tile, I guess? Yeah. Okay, and then we'll be able to move some muskets that we don't care about that are healed over there to defend that city. I really appreciate that suggestion from you guys in the chat. I did not see that play to go take that. Yeah, here. This will both guard this, and then we can also move one. We'll have to road this tile as well. But we'll be able to road right over there. Did Kublai... Well, his power dropped massively when we killed his big stack. It dropped again because we just took another city, and we only lost 1 unit. So there's his shark fin from the big slaughter outside the mountain. So we got a pretty good result there. Now let's move this stack up. Yeah, I was like, do I want them on this tile? Oh, I'm trying to bring some catapults in. Don't think I can hit those. Yeah, that city's not that well defended, so we just need a turn or 2 for the crosshairs to heal and move their way over there. That's why I'm trying to get this road connection here so they can move 6 tiles. So we'll take our time, we'll bombard down the defenses for a turn or 2. You know, like 3 turns to bombard defenses while the crosshairs heal and reposition. And then we'll be good to go from there. All right, you guys continue moving up. We're going to need to road that tile too, so I do need more workers. Worker brigade, on it! Should have moved these guys up sooner. It's okay. I'm going to need a road on this tile so that I can continue. It doesn't make a huge difference because Karakoram's borders will control that tile, but I do want that tile roaded. And I also want to get a road connection through here. And I think I need a couple more workers in this area as well. I was not planning to take Ning Hsia. I was not planning to take that one. So we had suggestions in here. Or were these discussions of different TV shows that Laura Dern was in? I can't remember. All right, anyway. Okay, so I do think I need one other defender in here. I don't expect that this city will get attacked, but I do want to put a second Cuirassiers in here. Those are the suggestions. Twin Peaks, House of Cards. The muskets in your north. Yes, and the muskets in the northern city can move. Correct. That is a good suggestion as well. So let's get these guys moving forward. Gonna have to just brave their way through the jungles. That's probably the fastest way to get them there. You can actually provide me some vision in the process. Twin Peaks was an actual suggestion. We'll go with Twin Peaks. I think we've used this name before in some other games because there are two mountains there. All right. Oh, I can't make it up another tile. That's okay. All right, and then so the crosshairs are either healing or moving up. These units can start heading in that direction. We're not actually needed. We didn't actually use that many units there. All right, so I've got one musket there. Let's move two more muskets over here, and they'll be able to reach that city in another turn or two. Oh, I should... This is probably slower walking through their territory than it would be just moving on the tiles that I can actually control, but oh well. They'll get there eventually. Okay, so I need one more turn healing here, and then probably shift over there next turn for healing purposes. You keep moving up. So we seem to be winning the war pretty handily thus far. It's certainly gone well. I was not expecting those cities to fall that quickly. All right, so we are like one beaker away from finishing this. So let's try to get some more science squeezed out of one or two of these cities. I need a city where I have like a, I can get extra science. There we go. That works. Didn't think it would be that close, right? Well, just to be sure, let's just give ourselves a tiny bit of margin for error, just in case. We would be off by a little bit, but then we'll flip civics next turn, and we can go back into nationhood and get draftees where appropriate. Although I may hold off as well because of happiness purposes, but let's see. So I think I'm going to play just a couple more turns. I don't have enough time to finish this war today, but let's play up through taking Beshbalik and go from there. As far as victory conditions go, we're at 46% land area, so we will, if we want to end the game by domination, which seems like the most likely victory condition, we'll have to finish Kublai and then take some territory off of Surrey Varman. But I think we'll be able to hit Surrey before he gets to rifling tech. Oh, we actually, okay. Actually going to attack my stack? All right. We might need to get the Great General Medic up there, but these are all the slow movers, so I don't really care about them that much.
Imprisoned or in any other way destroyed, except by the lawful judgment of his peers.
All right, next up, we're going rifling. That's the plan. Oh, we need alphabet for that because it's a requisite for paper. Okay. I don't see anything else we'd want to get. I mean, clearly the game's not going to go on long enough for like astronomy observatories or Emancipation is actually a really fun civic to have when you're spiritual because you can run your whip cycle for 5 turns and then pop into Emancipation to double speed grow your cottages for 5 turns. But like the game's not going to go on that long, so it's like whatever. All right, alphabet it is. All right, barracks here. Like obviously it would be probably most efficient just to have every single city go military right now, but I'll continue to do some econ stuff. All right, so yeah, our muskets took some damage there, but I don't really care about those muskets very much. The main thing right now is to bombard. Oh, let's do our revolt while I'm thinking about it. Mercantilism. If we're going into nationhood, we need to be in theocracy as well. And we'll stay in slavery. I don't want to be in caste system. I don't need to pop borders. Oh, actually, if I'm going representation, maybe I do want caste system. If I'm going representation, because not every city, I think it's okay. Just about every city has at least a mint, so they can at least work like an engineer specialist. I think we're okay. Pacifism, not in this situation, no. It's also a random catapult there we can probably kill. All right, in any case, though, let's start taking down the defenses here. So note, even though these are promoted with accuracy, because there's a castle here, they don't do a whole lot. They do 4% instead of 2%. But we do have enough of them that, like, we can take the same promotion here. And the Trebs do 6%. So yeah, you get the idea. In the release version of Civ4, there were no trebuchets. They were added in the expansions. If you had accuracy on your catapults, 4 accuracy catapults could take down the walls of any city instantly. So that was probably a little bit too easy. But then in Beyond the Sword, they kind of went the opposite direction and made it way too hard to take down the walls. Because we just hit this city with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 siege units, almost all of which were promoted to accuracy, and we only got it from 100% down to 70%. So, yeah, probably went a little bit too far in that direction. Anyway, though, so we're definitely going to kill this catapult with one of our units here. Just the question is which one. Let's use this musket. I mean, it's a catapult out in the open. We're going to finish it off. That was a little bit silly. All right, now the rest of this stack, what is it? It's control click is all of them? No, it's alt click is all of them? Alt click. We'll move it up. I guess I could have attacked with the cross here as well. But and then you guys can heal for the minimal amount you heal in enemy territory, which is basically nothing, but that's okay. All right, over here, let's get our workers underway. So road that tile. Road that tile. See, this is why these muskets should have been on this tile last turn, because now they could go 1, 2, 3, and then be in Twin Peaks next turn, and now it's actually going to be slower than that. Let's get this at least half-roaded. Oh, never mind. Yep, if these muskets had been on this tile last turn, they could have gone 1, 2, 3, and then in the city next turn. But this guy can do that anyway. And instead, we'll have these muskets protect these workers, because why not? All right, my other stack of workers moving up here. So they don't have enough movement left to do anything, except I guess they could chop this tile, but that's okay. Let's start splitting them up. We want to road some of these tiles, yeah. I want to road that tile. Oh, we can actually make it there, nice. You guys can shift further north to help out over here. And then this can move up. This Treb that's kind of behind a little bit behind the action. All right, so you can move up here. We can maybe attack Veshpelik next turn. I think I might have enough Cuirassiers in position. We'll just see how many I can make it up there. I have an awful lot in this city. All right, so a bunch of these muskets have healed up. So there's nothing else that needs to heal here. I guess that one Cuirassier, but let's just move that one up. It can heal at the next city. So I've got some injured units over here. So I need the medic to be over by Twin Peaks. Oh, unfortunately, I can't make it onto the tile where they're standing. So I could move here, and then I'd have to cover them with a unit because I don't want this unit to die. I could get to here. That's probably a little bit better. I wish I could just make it into Twin Peaks, but I can't. And I want these units to stay here so that they heal. All right. So you'll be back to full next in 1 turn. You'll be back to full in 1 turn. And you need more turns. So one of you needs to protect this unit. I'm not super concerned, but... Oh, and then you are defending that city. Well, let's get the injured unit into the city. That way we have 2 defenders in there. I really don't think this is going to get attacked, but I at least want 2 units in there in case it would be. All right, meanwhile, you come up here. All right, so how many are full health? You. All you guys are full health? That's a lot of full health dudes. Okay. Well, we should be able to take this city next turn with all those Karasirs. I need to get this tile rooted too. Shoot. We'll move you here. You can hang out in here for the time being. Keep 2 defenders in there. And here come these guys. Here they come. They're on their way. Yeah, so one thing I've always been pretty good at, like the logistics side of the Civ games. All right, well we can apparently finish Alphabet very easily. Let's take a quick spin through our cities. So we can draft. We don't want to draft this city though. So what do I want to emphasize here? Do I want more production? I think I'd rather emphasize science in a lot of these in this city. So we have to stop at these cities because we just went into representation. Now here, I actually do want the engineer because this puts me to from 3 to 5, and then I get the extra +1 production from the forge. So it's really like getting 3 production instead of 2, which is nice to have. All right. And like this takes me from 6 to 8, and then I get +2 from the forge. So engineer is quite good here. I guess I also have a slight chance of rolling an engineer, but more likely we get a profit. All right, same thing here. Actually, yeah, so a lot of these cities I actually am running the engineers. So like, yeah, that seems fine. All right, here I 100% want the engineer. Getting the plus happiness from representation. Okay, so here we definitely want to be working these tiles. So that gets us up to 21 base, 47. So that's almost 2-turn Cuirassiers. We're like just shy of 2-turning them. That's pretty good. And when we grow another size, we'll pick up another point. So we'll be right around 50 production per turn. All right, here, yep. So like this city, just run the scientist. I don't really care about production here. Just run the scientist. This is okay here. And then I have to think about where I want to draft in some of these cities. Scientist is fine here. I'm more interested in just getting towards the next tech faster. Yeah, same thing here. This kind of micro is definitely not needed at this stage of the game, but whatever. But like here, getting from 6 to 8 production is super nice. Bad trade is starving. Why is this city so unhappy? Oh, we still have draft unhappiness. Yeah, I might have to lay off the drafting until after this war is over because I don't want too many cities to be like starving. I don't think it's worthwhile. And this city only has a forge, so here. As I said, this is not really necessary at this stage of the game, but whatever. Okay, yeah, we're on. Yeah, I don't know if I can lay on the draft too much right now. A lot of these cities just seem very unhappy. Like this city, because like it's like getting the draft unhappiness flips them into angry state. But if I can capture Notre Dame, that might switch. Might change if we can capture Notre Dame. So, all right, we'll do one more turn, and then after that, I think we have to stop. Yeah, I could build barracks. It's true. Could build barracks for nationhood happiness. That is a possibility. All right, anyway, let's take this city, and then we're probably going to stop there. Oh, okay. Continuing to throw catapults at me. I mean, better than defending with them. All right, paper next. Oh, we can one-turn this as well. Now we're just kind of burning through the text now. The one thing we just have to make sure is Suryavarman doesn't come piling into this war on the other side, but he's not plotting. He's been pretty peaceful throughout this game. As far as text goes, so now we've kind of caught up to Suryavarman or Kublai Khan. Well, not completely. He still has a number of texts, but we're up. We're up gunpowder on him. We're up military. Oh no, he finished military tradition. He got divine rights for some reason. I mean, he's up education, liberalism, economics, and astronomy. So he definitely has some texts up on us, but we're like closing the gap for sure. Also, we're kind of killing him. So that's an issue too. I mean, the demos are really flipping in our favor now, as you'd expect, because we have like double the land area of anyone else. GMP, we're now number one. We're number one at 50% science. Holy cow. Number one in food by a mile. We've finally taken over top spot in soldiers, and land area is really tipping in our favor. Laura Dern, TV star. All right, let's take care of the combat side of things. So first of all, let's bombard the city. That's why I went to all the trouble to walk the siege units up here. Although, wait a minute. I think I have one that's unpromoted. Oh, it's only 3 XP, never mind. Can't take a meaningful promotion for bombarding, so. Just do it all at once. Boom. Took out about half of the defenses. And this city's better defended, but still not well defended. We have enough to take this city for sure. It is not on a hill, so that's a good sign. And once again, the Cuirassiers are going to be the main strike force, but then we've got attackers here to finish off crippled defenders. All right. So this is probably the best odds we can get on this pike. I can take a 35 with another 10% odds to come back alive, or I can like essentially sacrifice a unit to it. What are the odds to... All right, the sacrificial unit odds are not significantly worse. So let's go ahead and do that. 25% to win, 11% to come back alive. So we lost, but hopefully we crippled that unit. Yeah, 0.9 health. So that's a good result. Lost the unit, but took it down to... Actually got 1 hit away from winning and then lost the last 2 rounds. Oh yeah, and we get the Colossus here too. Now, he has obsoleted the Colossus because he has astronomy, but we do not have astronomy, so we have not obsoleted that. All right, top defender's now a knight. Interesting. How does a combat 2 unit do? Pretty good. How about combat 3? I know we have got... I'm pretty sure we have some combat 3 guys. Those are shock. Actually, I have quite a few shock units here. Actually, I have like a gazillion shock units in this stack for whatever reason. So I guess we use our combat 2 guy, because we're not going to get better odds with the guys who have shock. So about 3/4 odds to win. The knight, of course, does not get defensive bonuses. Interesting that the knight with no defensive bonuses still did better than the longbow. That's a good sign of how what a difference base strength makes. Even with no defensive bonus, being at strength 10 was better than being strength 6, because, as we said, it's a big differential in power. All right. So like combat 1 is 68%. I bet combat 2, not a huge difference, honestly. Still, if you win a round, you can get a 3rd promotion, but I don't think I'm going to get better odds with anyone else, the guys who actually have more XP, so I think it is attacking with you. Unless I want to sacrifice one of these muskets. Nope, I'm not taking the 4%. That has a significant chance to not even do damage. Also, look at the big difference here. We have a musket that was drafted with no XP, 4% odds. Cuirassier that has combat 2, 73% odds. Promotions matter, and then the higher base strength matters a lot as well. So that should be the last genuinely dangerous defender. The swords... Oh, remember how we have all these shock promotions? Yeah, now's the time where we can use them against these swords. The shock promotions aren't going to be useful much longer because everyone's going to move into gunpowder weapons, but while they're still relevant, let's go ahead and use them. Get these 95% 20-to-1 odds. Now we've got Kashyyyks, which are even worse, 99%. I maybe could have used my elephants against them. But I figure I might as well get some XP on these guys. Yep, I'm killing the Mongols with the cavalry blitz. It's true. That tends to happen a lot in Civ4, is you blitz enemy units with mounted units. They're just so effective. The extra movement and the higher base strength makes them so deadly. You really see that and I can use the... actually, let's hold this unit because I might want to scout forward with it. You can really see that in our multiplayer games as well. Like at Civ, at like Realms Beyond. The mounted units are just so much better than anything else as far as attacking. All right, well, let's get you pinch promotion. Maybe you'll actually fight someone someday. Obviously, pinch does nothing against the pike, but we're thinking longer term with this promotion. All right. Yes, install anew. So this city has a truckload of wonders in it. Great Lighthouse, which also has not obsoleted yet. Not that we have a lot of cities to connect to and there's no offshore islands. But Colossus has not obsoleted. Hagia Sophia, okay, whatever. Notre Dame, we actually can really use the happiness here. Stonehenge, that actually also has not obsoleted yet because we don't have anything like that. No granary, which is slightly unfortunate. So we'll get that as our first building. Civ4 doesn't use mounted at all. That's kind of interesting. I think I've heard that before, that they don't use the mounted units as much. Anyway, so let's hold these units here for right now, and the slow-moving stack. I think I actually do have a medic unit on this tile. Yeah, I do have a medic unit. Not the Great General, but a normal medic. And then next turn, we'll start moving the siege units towards Karakoram, and then we can decide if we want to blitz the city or not. But we were able to take that. Well, those multiplayer games are on the realm. People write about them on the Realms Beyond forums. Although there's definitely less activity now than there was in the past, which makes sense because Civ4 has been out forever. But Realms Beyond is where we tend to discuss that stuff. I like Bag of Wonders for this. Oh yeah, build culture. You're right. We should build culture for right now. Bag of Wonders. So that definitely should provide some extra happiness. Yeah, so now this city like has enough happiness thanks to having where's the Notre Dame thing? Um, some buildings are making us happy, I think is what Notre Dame is giving us. But now we control that wonder. So we're like halfway through killing this guy, and we can finish afterwards. We can finish next week. So I'm just going to finish out the rest of this turn, and then we'll stop there because it's getting a little long. All right, I do want this great general up there in time. So I was able to heal. Okay, so I was able to heal those units. So now this unit can start to maneuver up there. What's the fastest way to get up there? I can move here and then 1, 2, 3, and then next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto that tile. Or we'll be able to. No, wait, never mind. Karakoram has huge borders 20, 40, 60, 80. It's hit 5,000 cultures. So that's why these borders are such a pain in the butt. Well, we'll be able to get over there soon enough. I definitely need to get this Great General Medic over there. All right, I think the best I can do is to get to this tile this turn. All right, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get to that first tile next turn, but I need these tiles roaded. That's why you always bring the workers, have the workers around. You never know when you're going to need tiles roaded. All right. So we need this tile roaded. I wish the camera didn't keep moving. And that should do it. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto that tile. And then everyone on this tile and in Bag of Wonders will heal immediately without having to move. Perfect. Just the way we wanted. Okay, let's see if we can get some visibility on Karakoram, just out of curiosity. Where's my sentry unit? Isn't it up here somewhere? Here it is. So I can move it onto this tile, which will give me visibility, but then it could potentially get killed. I'll risk it. I don't think it's going to get attacked. Okay. All right, reasonably well defended. So let's put this here as well. And then I can move. Actually, you know what? I have these muskets here. This can cover the tile just fine. You can heal. You can heal. These are the units that got collateraled. We have a medic unit on this tile, which is why they can heal. Promote you. I actually want to upgrade this to a Cuirassier, but it's not in range to do that right now. Actually, you know what? Instead of healing, how about you pop in the city and then we upgrade you next turn? I have the money to do it, and these elephants have a ton of promotions on them. Yeah, like it's worthwhile to upgrade these 15 XP units with Combat 3 promotion or what have you. You can continue hanging out here. You might be needed to defend. Let's get you moving. And you can move up too onto this tile here. So it's probably like take a turn to heal, and then because like the siege units can move up 1, 2, take out, some of the defenses, and then we'll bum rush with the cuirassiers again. So they can hang out in Twin Peaks and then move 1-2 and then be ready to hit Karakoram, right? They're not crossing a river to do that? No. So these guys can just hang out down here until we're ready to attack. Oh, there's a random longbow down here. Okay. It's on a forest tile, but I think we can still kill it. Let's just see what odds we get. Yeah, 96%. Take that. So as expected, a lot of these tiles expanded and were claimed by Suryavarman, but we were still able to make our way through. Okay, let's try. You guys roaded that tile. Can you road this one for me? I would like to have this tile under my control. You can cover them, and then let's get you guys over here. I might want this tile roaded later, so let's grab that for now. Let's move you up to here. And you are also kind of in an awkward position. It's a shame Karakoram, what's the culture in that city? Oh, 5,600. It's a shame it's not 4,600 because then it would only have 60% borders. And the borders, instead of stretching all the way out here, they would eat up these tiles, but not these tiles here, and it would be easier to maneuver. Also, this and this would be in their borders, but not these two. So Karakoram's eating up like a ridiculous amount of space on the map. So once we take this, it'll make it much easier to advance on the remaining cities. Once we take Karakoram, for example, we'll control this tile and we'll be able to like move here, and blitz Turfan and Nusarai. Yeah, you get the idea. But war's going very well so far. All right, so we've got workers on that tile. How about you move here and prepare to road this? It'll take 2 turns, but that's fine. Yeah, we don't have a medic unit here, so you just hang out and heal for the time being. Actually, you know what? We can promote one of these guys to medic. One of these guys should have a spare promotion. Actually, they don't. Well, one does, but I don't want to waste this 3rd promotion here. I'd rather save it. So you'll just have to heal for a little while because we don't have the Great General Medic's going to heal the larger stack. Yeah, it is what it is. Actually, yeah. Actually, I'm going to have another... Never mind. I have another injured unit here that needs to heal, so I will burn that promotion, even though it's slightly wasteful, just so they can heal faster. All right, so I think that mostly covers it. I can run through my cities at the start of the next turn, but we are just kind of annihilating this guy and getting closer to... You'll need a road to Bag of Wonders to be able to upgrade the elephants. Well, we do have a road to... Oh, I guess technically we don't have a road on this tile. You're right. We do need a... Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I guess we can't get it next turn. Oh, well. We'll figure it out. If we can't... Oh, and I guess we don't have a sea connection because that tile's also in their territory. Oh, well. We'll figure it out. So this is a good stopping point. Thanks once again for tuning in to this part, and we'll pick this up next week. We're getting close to a finish. 1 or 2 more sessions and we'll be done. 1 or 2 more. So then we push on to rifling and we draft out some rifles and we run over this guy with calves because if he doesn't get to rifling before the time that we get to cavalry, the game just ends really fast. Unfortunately, he does have printing press, so let's hope he doesn't rush to rifles. He can research replaceable parts, but we'll see. All right, have a good one, folks. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next week. Until then, have a good one. Take care.